Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 2022 Virtual SAC Football Media Day. I'm here with Catawba College's head football coach, Curtis Walker. Welcome, and how are you doing, Coach?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Just getting all these interviews out of the way.
Well, again, that's good. It's always
Before you
great to be
guys
with
get
you guys.
started.
Excuse me?
I said before you guys get started with your season.
Well, we've always started. Of course, football is always ongoing, so we're excited to be a part of it. Excited to be a part of the SAC and looking forward to another great SAC season.
So are we. All right, so let's get right into it. So after kind of getting back to a little bit of normalcy this past season, what do you think your team did well with last season, and how do you think they will carry it into this season?
I'm still trying to get back to the normalcy. Again, we were the only team that did not complete our season last year due to just the strange things with COVID and all. After a great start going 4-0 and about to play a good Wingate team at 4-0 at that week, and then we were shut down for 2 weeks. I think what our team learned over the course of last year was the opportunity to learn how to deal with adversity. We were sitting there in a great situation, season going well, and then we were shut down 2 weeks. We were completely nothing, no activity at all in the weight room, no training, no lifting. So it made it tough. But I think our guys came through with an opportunity to understand that with a little adversity, we can still move forward. And, I'm glad that we were able to move back within our season last year and finish up not the way we wanted to, because we had such high goals as we started. But our guys did learn how to deal with adversity and put themselves in a situation where they continue to try to be successful. Going into this season, I'm looking forward to some of that strength that they learned over the course of the last year to give them a chance to continue to move forward and meet our goals as we move into this 2022 season.
I agree. Having a little adversity in life can sometimes be good for people, especially coming into this year. Like you said, your team went through a lot. They went through a lot of adversity, and I think that'll help push them into this season, and kind of they'll be out for a championship, I'm sure. So with that, we're obviously sponsoring the SAC Championship this year for the first time as a full sponsored sport. And with that, does that bring new motivation? Do you think that will bring new motivation to your team as far as how hard they will work to get there?
Well, again, trying to attain a championship every year is a goal of ours. And the work that we put in, we are mindful of the end goal, but we don't work solely towards it. We do meet goals daily to try to give us a chance where we are continue to build our program. And it is great that we have an opportunity to now have divisions where we'll have a true conference championship. I think we've done well with the model that we had before, but I still understand that this gives us a new kind of energy within our league, that we have two divisions put themselves in a situation where the winners of those divisions have a chance to somewhat win an outright championship. And again, we'll touch on it. I mean, that's not how we do our business here, but we'll touch on the end goal. But we have many goals across the course of the year that's going to give us a chance where we can meet those before we meet that ultimate goal in November.
Meet the small goal, get to the big goal.
I'm excited to see what the league is going to do. Again, they've got an opportunity to do some good things for the league with this new model. Will there be some opportunities for the guys to have a championship dinner the night before? Again, I'm excited to see what the league is going to put together to make this thing really special.
And speaking of the league, we're obviously adding in Emery and Henry, and we've got Erskine and Barton becoming official associate members. With them coming into the league, how do you think the dynamic and the competitiveness of the league is going to change?
Um, we, I've known Barton's head coach, Henry Long, head coach for a long time, and again, it's good to have those young men within our conference. Um, I don't know if it changed any of the dynamics of competitiveness. We look, make sure everyone have an opportunity to come in and participate, but we all have the same goal. Those guys want to fight just as hard as we are, even if we've been here throughout the whole SAC 8 era, as well as those new guys coming in. So it's going to be important for our guys to understand that we do have new people within our league, but for us, it's all about business, and the competitiveness is each week. No one team is going to be more competitive than the other. I think if you don't take that idea going forward, you probably miss out on an opportunity to win the games you should win, and the games that are tough that you shouldn't win. You'll miss out on winning those opportunities if you have one goal in mind, one team in mind, and those guys coming in definitely give us a new mix of conference teams, different locations of travel, different style of team. But I don't think it will change much of the competitiveness, because I think our league's pretty competitive as it is, and they'll just add to it.
Yeah, we're very excited for it. And of course, one game at a time, 1 week at a time. It's a long season.
One practice, one day, one meeting.
Gosh, I know it. They work very, very hard.
Yes.
So my other question was, how many new faces do you know of coming into the program, and how many of your old players are coming back? And then also, who would you say, if you had to pick a few or one person that is going to be kind of your leader this year, someone who is going to come back and help lead these new people, these new guys into your culture and what you guys are about?
Well, with the transfer portal, I mean, again, a lot of things have changed within the landscape of recruiting as well as maintaining the roster. There are some ins and outs. I guess the good thing about the portal is that you are able to get some new young men within your program. You don't want to lose any, but again, that's the nature of the portal. You will lose a few guys, and we will have a somewhat old new face. There's some members of our team who are returners that we're excited about, that have been within our program and continue to help build our culture, solidify our culture. And then we got some new young men coming that's going to give us a chance to add to those guys that we have on our team already. I'm excited about, having a fresh new start at quarterback.
Exciting.
I don't have a clue who that may be, but we do have, through recruiting and things, that we have a host of guys that will give us a chance to be very successful at that spot. I'm excited that we have our the nation leading punter who's back in our fold on our team, Clayton Crowell. That young man is an exceptional young man, exceptional leader within our football team. I don't know who said a punter kicker is not a part of the team, but that guy is our team at this point, where he's done nothing but represent as well. Gave us an opportunity to be very successful on the field, and we're excited to have him back. And then we have some guys on defense that we definitely excited about. Christian Campbell, Christian Bennett, Mike Jones, Isaiah Taylor. Those young men are guys who've been part of our program, give us a chance for the foundation and that culture will be solidified in this fall. And with those new faces, we'll have a chance to really enjoy a 2022 season.
That's awesome. It sounds like you're very excited, and you have some great players. You're very excited, and you have some great players coming back in. I think that's really important as far as, like you said, building the culture and keeping that culture alive. It's always great to have good leaders on your team. And then my final question for you today was, obviously, a lot of teams kind of live by a motto or by a catchphrase or something like that, something they take into a season and they're like, this is our word, or this is our phrase, this is what we're going to play by or play for. Do you guys kind of have something in mind for this season, or are you carrying something from last season into this season?
It's crazy. My wife just asked me about that yesterday. We were just sitting out, spend a little time vacationing at the pool and water park, and she asked as we were sitting there, what is the motto for this year? As I explained to her, I'll explain with you all that again, we have many ideas in my, again, I got 10 that I'm sitting here thinking could very well fit this football team. But I want to move into our season with our young men, giving them a chance to be a part of that exciting factor. Letting those guys understand that how important such a word or a mindset is to give us a chance that we can use that as our motivation going throughout the year. So I'm going to give those guys a chance to do it, to understand who we are and build that culture for the 2022 season. But again, they will have some help from their coach to kind of give them some thoughts that I think may fit. And they may have some that may be a better suit for this year's team.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for our year. I'm excited for our league. I'm excited for the new dynamics of the championship field of divisional play. I'm excited that, this year could very well be like very many years within our conference that we have several teams that's going to represent us in the national playoffs. And I've been a part of where there's been up to 4 teams that in the national playoffs, and with all anxiousness and enthusiasm, I really feel that we have a chance that can very well happen again this year. The competitiveness within this league, the men that help run this league as head coaches, the job that the South Atlantic Conference does on your end, provide us an opportunity where we will have an opportunity to represent our league very well, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to do so on the grand stage.
I agree. We have a very strong and competitive league. We're very, happy to be a part of it. And I also agree that I love how you're letting this new team come in. That's kind of why I asked you. You brought something into from last season as far as motto, but I know a lot of coaches wait till the new team comes in because every team is different. Every person on that team is different. So, and the culture becomes different with a new mix. So I'm excited to see what your guys' motto does become. And again, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and do this interview with us. And we wish you the best of luck in your season.
Well, thank you. Thank you for everything, and look forward to seeing you at Catawba in that last weekend of our regular season.
That's right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Coach, and enjoy your preseason.
Have a great day.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.